my name is Kim Hosserud with Liquid Architecture.
I'm Kathy Casey with Liquid Kitchen, and we're here in Seattle for the National Honey Summit.
Yeah, it's the first one we've ever done with Beverage.
It's been really fun.
It's been really fun. We did a couple of different presentations. I did one on pairing specific spirits with honey, which is really interesting because we got to pair different varietals with different spirits within the same category.
It was eye-opening, definitely.
I think that when you talk about honey, and while it's simple, there's a passion behind it, and it is able to be used in so many different ways. It adds a layer of creativity both to a bartender, but more specifically, I think, really into the culinary world.
It has opened my eyes to not just using a everyday sugar, but actually using something that is truly organic in a sense, by nature. The flavors, the floral notes, the herbal notes that are attributed to some of the honeys that we use were extraordinary when we paired them with the spirits. It actually enhanced the spirits. I think that it just opened up like a flower.
I think it's looking at what honey draws out or suppresses in spirits that made the most impact to me today. I mean, as I said, I've studied spirits for many years. I've worked with spirits forever. Gin I know particularly well, but seeing gin through the lens of different honey varietals, I learned something today, which, you know, when you've been doing this for as long as I have, it's rare that you actually think, oh wow, I have a new angle to approach making drinks with.
I've tasted a lot of different honeys, and I was aware that there were multiple varietals, but I had no idea how different in scope, like an alfalfa and a buckwheat and a clover and an orange blossom would actually be. And being that this summit was geared, largely towards beverage, and a portion of that towards bartending and using it in bartending, when we went through the 22 some odd samples of different spirits and which ones blended with different honeys, that was mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. And I'd be lying if I didn't say that I had notes upon notes upon notes for future beverage development that involves the honey, and I'm so excited about it.
What I think that was so exciting about honey, not only the flavors, but it also gives like this richness and smoothness and kind of sexiness to a cocktail. And I think by educating our accounts and our bartenders, that this is a possibility as a sweetener. To kind of even look past the guy that's shaped like a bear and reach into different possibilities. That just means that our cocktails are going to be that much better and that much more exciting and dynamic.
So this was actually really interesting. In fact, this is one of the most educational days yesterday that I've ever had. I was using honey, specifically in cocktails. I used one kind of honey. I went to the store, reached up on the shelf, and I grabbed honey. I had no idea the diversity of honey. I had no idea that there were so many different types of honeys out there. It was my assumption that bees flew around gathering nectar and creating honey, and that honey was then blended together into one style of honey and put into a bottle.
To me, what honey represented, what I was able to walk away with, was just how natural and how important that is, and what a nice alternative it is to a lot of what you're seeing in grocery stores these days.
This summit really opened my eyes to many opportunities, with cocktails and with non-alcoholic drinks as well. It's very exciting for me to learn that there's 300 different varieties of honey, and as a mixologist, we are only as good as our ingredients. So this really opened up a whole new world for me today. It's very exciting.
It's going to inspire a lot of other applications you wouldn't
Yes.
necessarily think of how to use honey.
Definitely.
But Kathy, you did a great presentation on some trends and tips and how to use honey, like
Right.
in foams and with
Tips
garnishes.
and tricks and things that you can do with honey in regarding to beverage. We did honey Angostura ice balls. We made some honey lemon foams for on top of cocktails.
But I think for honey, it's a lot of beverage people think like, oh, I'm going to have one honey drink on my menu. Honey can
Right.
be used as like a backbone flavor to really help push up other flavors. So it's a little more versatile, well, actually a lot more versatile.